Hello and welcome to another edition of It's Your City. I'm Bob Crowell and I have the honor and privilege of being mayor of the greatest city in Nevada, our very own capital, Carson City. As you know, every couple of weeks I give a little talk on Access TV about what's going on around the city and talk about what happened at the last board meeting, because this is taped during the day when we had the board meeting, but it's not shown for another 4 days. So let me just start by going over what happened at the Board of Supervisors meeting, if you didn't have a chance to pick it up and watch it on television when it was published. It was probably one of the shorter meetings that we've had as a Board of Supervisors. It started at 8:30 and was over before 9:30, of all things. One of the things that we discussed that the board passed unanimously was an extension of the contract through 2015 for the city manager. That contract does not include any pay increase. In fact, according to the Human Resources Director, Ms. Burketta, it actually has a pay decrease because there's more being taken out of his pay for PERS. But that said, as I mentioned during the meeting, the city manager's contract is an at-will contract. The city manager serves at will for the city. There is a provision in the contract, however, that says if he is let go for anything other than cause, in other words, let go without cause, that there's a 6-month severance package at that time. The board saw fit to extend that contract because the contract, not because, but the contract allows the city manager to ask for an extension within 6 months prior to the termination of the contract, and he had done that because this contract ends December 31st of 2012, and so that contract is in place for another 2 years. Also, there wasn't a whole lot more that went on at the meeting. That was probably the major item that happened there. There was some concern. There was some discussion by a member of the public that we should wait on that contract until after the elections are held. But it was pointed out that while the elections are held in November, board members are not put in place until January, and that's after this contract is concluded. Also, there is a provision in the contract, as I just mentioned, that says that the city manager can, if he wants to extend the contract, and the community and the board agrees with that, makes that request and that decision within 6 months of the termination of the contract, which, as I said, was scheduled for December 31st, 2012. Let me talk a little bit about some other things that came up during the board meeting at the end when we talk about board reports and capital projects and the like. First, there was an issue with respect to, there was discussion with respect to the Carson City Sub-Conservancy District giving $200,000 to help defray the costs of the Hayborn pump on the north-south transmission line that would allow water to be moved from Douglas County into Carson City and then even further into Lyon County through another pipeline if the need be. That's a very good move on behalf of the Sub-Conservancy. We were concerned from the city standpoint that there was some costs associated with the Hayborn pump that were exceeded what we thought those costs were going to be. We have now hopefully worked through those issues so that with the contribution of the Carson City Water Sub-Conservancy, we will have the ability to complete that project. As the city manager indicated, there's some rumors going around that the city was going to pull out of that project, and that is not correct. So hopefully we are on track to get that project done. The other thing is that on speaking about water and issues, there was an issue with respect to that I'd heard from the community about the flushing of the well near South Edmonds, where people were concerned that it was taking a long time to flush that well, which we do every year in order to reduce the nitrate content coming out of the well. We asked the city manager, and there was the answer was that the well was flushed longer this time because there was a higher nitrate content than what we had originally thought or what they'd experienced in the past, but that there was nothing out of the ordinary there, and that we did not just leave the spigot on, as I call it, the spigot on, and let the well run. So I want to let everybody know that there was nothing particularly out of the ordinary there. We just had to run the flushing for a little bit longer period of time than normal. Also, as I mentioned, during the board reports, I received an email from the Lieutenant Governor and from John Killoran, who are on the Olympic Committee, that are putting together a bid to have the Northern Nevada area become one of the Winter Olympic sites. And with that, that committee had determined that they were going to postpone that for one more winter. There's the Olympic Committee is going to hold a meeting in Carson City to determine whether or not there's any interest in creating a regional sports authority of sorts that would market sports and sports tourism in our entire area. As many of you know out there, sports, particularly people who, sports is a large revenue driver in our community. When we get teams and athletes that come in from out of town, it helps our local economy greatly, as a matter of fact, greatly. So I intend to go to that. I've let other people in the community know that that's going on, to go to see what that's all about, and see if that works to help promote sports in our area. Hopefully, and so we'll see where that goes. But it could be a good thing. But I don't know much more about it. I'll probably talk to you again after I've been to one of the meetings to hear what they have to say and what their plans are, and if Carson City can fit into those plans. Let me just conclude today. I know this has been a short presentation to you. Usually probably a little bit more long-winded. Maybe that's good or bad. I don't know. But let me just say that, I was asked, when I appeared on Newsmakers a couple weeks ago, what are the great things happening around Carson City? Well, there are a number of things happening around Carson City that are very, very, very good. The Greenhouse Garden Center, the flower baskets, to mention just a few. But I want the folks in our community to know that, in my view, the greatest asset that Carson City has is its people. The greatest asset that we have are our people. We have a very caring community, a very giving community, and I want to close by saying thank you for all that each and every one of you do to make Carson City a better place to live, work, and play, and do great things. So again, on behalf of the Office of Mayor and the Board of Supervisors, thank you very much. I'll see you in 2 weeks.